Hello everybody, long time no see. It's been such a long time since I uploaded a video. I think the last video I uploaded was at Christmas. It was the Drawing Your Receipts Christmas special, and I just want to say a massive apology for taking so long to upload a video. University has been very hectic as of late. We've had lots of assignments to hand in, etc., and I haven't had time to film any videos. However, my schedule's cleared up a lot more now, so I actually have time to make videos again, and I'm so excited because literally this is one of my favourite things to do. So, first off, I just wanted to say a massive thank you for 100,000 subscribers. I can't remember if I managed to say this in my last video or not, but I continue to be blown away by how many people watch my videos and decide to subscribe to me. It honestly means so much because art is my life. I love drawing so much, and it means a lot that you guys like the art that I share. Anyway, today's video is a little bit different because I decided I would kill two birds with one stone and film me doing my university work, basically. So one of our assignments was to make a comic, and me being me, I left this to the very last minute, although to be fair, I have had some kind of like family troubles in the last week. Something really bad happened, so I didn't really have time, or nor was I in the correct mental state to actually get my work done. So I ended up in a situation the other night where I had one day until the deadline and I had to make a whole comic in one night. So I literally live streamed the whole thing on my second channel, which is called Jenna Boring. If you guys didn't know about that already, you can subscribe to Jenna Boring. I'll put like a little link in the cards thing. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on that channel, so if you could subscribe over there, that would be pretty fab. But yeah, I basically live streamed the whole process on that channel, and I spent the whole night and the whole morning making a comic, and I had no sleep, but I managed to get my assignment in on time, and I'm still really happy with how it came out. We only had to complete like 4 pages, but the rest could be sketched, so that's why the rest is kind of line art. But I filmed the whole process, and I thought it would make an interesting video. I thought you guys might want to see my comic creation process, and the comic's really weird. It follows a weird little story. I'll try and briefly summarize the synopsis for you now. The story is basically about a tribe of fairies that live in an attic, but there is a little bit of information you need to know first, like a little bit of backstory. So in this world that my comic is set in, fairies exist, but they are endangered and they are threatened in the wild because there's lots of predators that prey on them in the wild, in like the forest where they live. So lots of fairies have had to resort to other means, looking for different safe havens and places to live that will actually be safe for them. So this particular group of fairies that the comic follows decide to live in an attic in a house because no one's ever really up there, and they figure it's their safest bet. So this group of fairies live up there, but they've separated into 2 tribes, and the reason for this is it all stems from a disagreement over how fairies should act. So you have one tribe, which are the elders, led by Elder Bacon, which I'll pop a little image on screen for you now. He's quite the character. Elder Bacon is this short, old fairy who is always surrounded by lots of little piglets, and he has this like magical enchanted walking stick. Now, Elder Bacon has a very set idea of how fairies should act and how fairies should be. He thinks that fairies should be elegant, studious, and intelligent beings, and he thinks that he kind of views magic as causing mayhem and not being particularly useful in any way, and he has really weird views on magic, and basically thinks that unless completely necessary, fairies should really try and refrain from using their magic powers, at least if they want to stay safe in this world. Whereas on the other side, you have a tribe of fairies led by Little Gilbert. So Little Gilbert and his friends are really annoyed by Elder Bacon's rules. They feel like they should be able to use their magic powers, and they're like, well, we're fairies, we have these magical powers, why why would we hold ourselves back? Why can't we just use them? So basically that is the whole kind of disagreement between the two groups of fairies, and that's where it all stems from. So what actually happens, the story of the comic, is that one night when Elder Bacon and the other elders are sleeping, little Gilbert and his fairy friends decide enough is enough. They're going to get up and they're going to start using their magic because Elder Bacon is asleep. So at first this is all going really well, they're having a fun time, they're able to use their magic powers for once, it's great, everything's good, and then suddenly little Gilbert, who has powers of earth, so you can basically make plants grow and stuff, he has like a massive branch that he's kind of just growing around the room, and the branch goes and whacks his friend. And as she gets whacked, because she has powers of levitation, the heavy object that she was levitating in the air goes clang and hits the ground. So obviously that really loud clang wakes up Elder Bacon and all the other elders, and it also wakes up the human living below. So first of all, Elder Bacon reacts with anger, of course, because they went against his wishes and it's not very good. But then he's not only angry, he's worried because they can all hear the footsteps of the human coming upstairs, and they're like, right, we've basically got a ticking time bomb right now. If the human comes up here and sees all the mess, the human's gonna find us, they're gonna discover us, and then they can't guarantee whether they'll be safe or not, because maybe the human will bring them to scientists to experiment on them, or maybe the human will do all kinds of stuff. Like, they don't know how safe they are because they don't know the human, and they're scared because they're a threat. So they hear the footsteps and they're like, okay, now we're worried. So Elder Bacon then says, right, you know what, let's work together, let's all clear up the loft together, forget about the two tribes just for one moment, just so we can work together and get everything sorted and cleared before the human gets here. So with their combined efforts, they managed to clear up the loft, or the attic. Oh, by the way, if I'm saying loft at any point in this video, it's because that's what we call an attic here in the UK, just in case anyone's a little bit confused. And that's why the comic is called A Loft as well. It's like a little play on words, because they live in a loft, an attic, and a loft is also like another word for something being suspended in the air, and obviously they're fairies, so it's kind of like a play on words, a loft. But yeah, just thought I'd explain that really quickly. So then in the comic, you see the human like open the door, it creaks open, she comes in, and then she's like, oh, I must just be imagining things because the loft is completely clear. And then basically Elder Bacon's like, hooray, everything's fine, the human doesn't suspect a thing. And then little Gilbert feels really, really bad that he went against Elder Bacon's wishes, and he says, I'm really, really sorry that I didn't listen to you and I caused all this mess in the loft, and I'm just really sorry. And then Elder Bacon goes, no, it's fine, honestly, I don't mind. I've learned a little bit of magic, isn't so bad after all. And then that's the end. So it's a bit of a weird story. You're probably thinking, Jenna, what is wrong with you? How the hell did you even come up with that? I do actually remember how I came up with it, because at uni we had this little club that was going on for a while called Creativity Club, and it was basically a club that would try and stimulate your imagination to make you come up with loads of different ideas and stuff. And me and my friend Amy, we worked on this comic idea together, because it all stemmed from creating two polar opposite characters. So we created Little Gilbert and Elder Bacon during that. But yeah, I hope you found that interesting to hear about, and maybe it was interesting for you to see the process behind it. I had so much fun creating it, and also another thing that's quite funny to me, okay, I don't know why this made me laugh so much, because the way I drew the fairy getting hit by a branch, it looks so tragic. And I like sent it to my group chat, and then they turned it to a meme and put top 10 anime tragedies, and then put that picture on the meme. I'll put a picture on screen to show you guys. And also there's that one little fairy character, I haven't actually given him a name. Maybe you can name him in the comments below if you can come up with a name, but he's just like constantly a meme, basically. Like, he just does like the stupidest things. Like, I'll put some examples on screen from the comic. Like, I think he's probably my favourite character out of all the ones I made for this comic, because he's just so like, like when he's holding the sign that says Elder Bacon sucks. I don't know why. That just made me laugh. I don't know why my own comic made me laugh, but there you go. Anyway, I hope you guys found this interesting in some way. It was really, really fun for me to talk about and for me to film and live stream. Make sure you subscribe to Jenna Boring if you want to catch any of my drawing live streams, and hopefully I should be back to regular posting. So if you're still here and you're still sticking around to the end, thank you, and I'd really appreciate it if you gave me some suggestions for future videos. Of course, there will be another Drawing Your Overseas coming very soon. Anyway, I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again very soon.